All right. Well, we have next up, I understand Miss Cat Stewart is in the house. Woo, woo, woo. Hello. I don't think
Hi.
I've noticed you yet, Cat. I've seen all about you. I've heard all about you. I've enjoyed many of your covers.
Thank you.
I've watched you in CMS and Joe and the whole Massachusetts crew rise and fall from storm to storm, literally
Yeah.
storms.
Yes.
You've gotten to play with some pretty amazing people in some really neat opportunities. So far, each of us today has had this. Started playing piano when I was 3. Started playing piano when I was 4. It's what I've done my whole life. Well, you're about half my age, and your whole life you have had some essence of music and engagement in what you've done. You've been faithful to sounds like the same church for a long time.
My
Uh,
whole life. Yep.
has been served in one mission, and the fact that you still smile about that and you love where you serve, and obviously they must love you, and you're a great gift to music and to everyone. So thank you for being here tonight and joining us. I'm excited to hear what you have going on with your music, but of all the artists that you could think of in your list, I think you had Right Hand Shade, you had Saved by Scarlet, you had, I was trying to look at the list, I was trying to pull it up really quick, I had them all. Was it Right Hand Shade, Saved by Scarlet, and then do you have like a moment when you were with those groups that you were just like, oh, I wish I could be in that group?
A lot of them, yeah.
All
Um, it's a wonderful thing that, God makes connections in music, and music is like a language and a home base for a lot of the artists and everyone that I play with. And so it's really fun, like having those cool little moments with just about everyone that I've gotten to share a stage with. I mean, it's just really cool. It's really fun. We always have a really great time, going from place to place, different venues, different people. It's really cool. It's really great to see how music can connect some totally different personalities and just kind of blend us all together, like stick us in a blender, mix it around, and it's a lot of fun. We have fun, we praise God, and at the end of the day, that's our prayer time, and all of our time together is spent glorifying God and just enjoying each other's company and worship. So it's been awesome. Yeah.
fantastic. I know you've played often I think it's called the Milled out there with those guys.
Yeah.
Mill. Um, and we'll save some more questions for after, but I just want to get into some music from you. Are you doing any originals and covers tonight, or all covers, or what are you doing for us tonight?
I have just three originals for you tonight. Yeah.
Nice. Well, I can't
Yep.
wait to hear your heart. Please tell us about the first one, and let's get into some music from Miss Cat Stewart. We're so excited.
Thank you. This first song I've done here before on Red's Room, and I really enjoy when I have a song on my heart or I've written a song in the past that kind of is coming more and more relevant each day and kind of brings new life and new meaning to it each day. And so this song is called Pass Me By. And originally I just wrote it as, the little moments that I never wanted to really take for granted, and nothing, just letting every single moment just be sitting with God and being in his presence and glorifying him and everything. And the more and more we get into this, experience of being with COVID, not always spending time with people, and like you were even saying before, the excuse now is there, oh, I don't want to get COVID, I don't want to go, I had COVID, I can't go. There's a lot of obstacles and things that get in the way of our fellowship and our time together. And so this song is really about just holding on to the moments that we do have, and holding on to every opportunity, and being able to see God in everything, and being able to glorify God in everything that we do, whether that's a Zoom live stream concert or a big, worship venue in a giant sanctuary. Every single moment counts, and every single moment should be spent with God and in his presence.
Fabulous. Cat Stewart.
Well, life, it seems seems is getting less and less predictable, and everything is changing more with time. You stay the same in every circumstance, you're always good. So every time I think it's over, I will sing a song of you, how you conquered all life's trials. I will tell the world of how your love has given hope and life. I will share the blessings that you give, no matter what I say. Every moment is a chance to give you praise, and I won't let it pass me by. Well, I can feel your peace no matter how far I have strayed, and darkness hides when I call on you. You know that I can understand how your love never fails, but still you love me all my days. I will sing a song of you, how you conquered all life's trials. I will tell the world of how your love has given hope and life. I will share the blessings that you give, no matter what I say. Every moment is a chance to give you praise, and I won't let it pass me by. No, I won't let it pass me by. Well, life, it seems, is getting less and less predictable, and everything is changing more with time. You stay the same in every circumstance, you're always good, God. Every time I think it's over, I will sing a song of you, how you conquered all life's trials. I will tell the world of how your love has given hope and life. I will share the blessings that you give, no matter what I say. Every moment is a chance to give you praise, and I won't let it pass me by. No, I won't let it pass me by. No, I won't let it pass me by. Oh.
Yay! I like that.
Thank you.
Great. What a great way to put that together. I think that yeah, that's really a good message because I'd love your opinion on this. Did you notice that when COVID first happened, it's like time slowed down?
It did, yeah.
And I've had those thoughts where, you know, what 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 did I do during that season? It's like we enjoyed the quiet. We got out. Look, there's no cars on the road. We got the whole place to ourselves. This is
Yeah.
awesome. Not awesome for the right reason, you know what I mean? But it was just it was it was just odd. And you look back and now it's like flying by. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what did I do during COVID? It kind of
Yeah.
passed us by already. So, do you have any experiences where you kind of have felt like there was something you wish you had done or something you got done you're glad you did during that season that life quieted down?
Yeah, I wrote an album.
Yeah, fabulous. So you wrote, was this your first album that you got out or?
Yes, yes. So I actually had never written or performed outside of worship until February of 2020.
Mm,
And I played 2 shows, maybe, played 2 concerts, just of covers. And I loved being able to play and share and connect with people in that way. And I thought, oh, this is so wonderful. I love doing this. It's like worship on a different like playing field. It was so different to connect with people that way. And I felt like I was stepping into like this new calling, and it was amazing. And then March 2020, everyone stopped everything. All of the shows that I had, been looking forward to, excited to start playing, canceled. And so it was that time that I sat back and I was able to put my own thoughts and my own words down on paper and record an entire album that's being released this year. So,
Nice.
um,
Congratulations.
thank you. Thank you. It's been obviously, a, oh, I'm sorry. Did you go away?
Oh, no, I think you just did for a second. You're back.
Okay, I'm back. But yeah, it was a great opportunity just to have that time where I wasn't going into work. I was working from home, and so I had a lot of time just with my guitar and all of my instruments, and being able to put that down and record it, and really count on God's timing for all of this. It's been well awaited at this point, wondering when it was going to be ready to come out. But yeah,
Well, fabulous. If anything's like passing by, I'm excited about you've got two. You're going to do two more songs for us tonight.
I do. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
fabulous. Well, let's not hold back. Let's not let another moment pass us by. Kat Stewart, let's hear the next one. See what you got. Tell us a little bit
Thank
about
you.
it.
All right. This next song is one of my personal favorites that we wrote over the pandemic. I wrote this with a friend of mine, and this song is called "Who I Am," and it is a reflection on social media in my life and what I see a lot of people my age using social media for. And I see that a lot of times we put a lot of our weight and our self-worth into how many comments we're getting, how many likes we're getting, what interaction we're having on social media, which during COVID, that's a lot of what we had. And so for me, I took a step back and I was really thinking, that stuff is just stuff. That's all it is. It's comments, it's likes. It's not weighted on who I am as a creation of God. And so pointing that back to taking my identity back, I guess, and not putting so much weight into what other people think about me, and just realizing that who I am is so much better in Christ than it is in myself and what I can come up with and be. So I know I'm addicted to being offended. Gives me a sense I've not lost control. This feeling of power of what they perceive. This light in my eyes slowly blinding me. Advice sent from strangers, spoken in anger, telling me how I'm to live a good life. What they don't understand is their opinions are dancing round and around in my head. There's gotta be more than this. Tell me there is, 'cause that's not who I am. No, it's not who I am. I'm just trying to make sense of this mess I've been given. I'm just trying to find my own roommate edition. And I know I get lost and I can't comprehend it when these words are all floating around. But that's not who I am. No, no. Their perception is caging them in like a lion. They might call me crazy for living my life. I'm just tired of fighting, hurting in mind. They say it's a joke not to read it and cry. But if I stand on the wrong side, the up or the downside, the hands on that button to cancel my rights. I can think of the old times we all kept our own minds, and peace had more value than comments and likes. Yeah, there's gotta be more than this. Tell me there is. Yeah, there's gotta be more than this. Or tell me there is. happy. Only time will tell where my heart is. Hopefully this world will come to see it. We are all the same underneath the side of pot created perfectly. Cause I know who I am. Yeah, I know who I am. Whoa. And I'm just trying to make sense of this mess I've been given. Just trying to find my own human condition. And I know I get lost and I can't comprehend when these words are all floating around. But I know who I am. Whoa, oh, yeah, I know who I am.
Woohoo! Girl, you know who you are. That's fabulous. Great, great, great. I gotta ask you, how are your lungs?
They're great.
Oh, I was trying to think of you when you started doing the little bridge phrase you had there, your bridge of your channel. I was like, when is she gonna breathe? It made me think about having that. Sometimes it's like, you get to that last note of the song, you're like, oh, I did not take enough air, and you're trying to hold it out, and the chorus goes like, oh, yeah, no, that was great. I think that's a great song to really
Thank you.
draw some attention to the reality. But what was beautiful was you didn't bring in any shame or anything like that into the message. You spoke at a rhythm, a tempo, and a conversation that I think is very fitting to the generation that you're trying to reach. I hope that song does well for you
Thank you.
when you get that out. I really do. I'll be anxious to see how that video goes. I can imagine like one of those Wordle things when you sing that part, the bump it up, bump it up. I will have to see what you put out there for Joe on that lyric video. Send it to me because I'm going to be dying to see what you do with that. And if not, you should do that because I could just popping up and flying around. Because you're right, the distraction of technology is stealing so much from us. There's like this entitlement of information. We've forgotten to be good learners.
Absolutely, yeah.
Everybody's smart now. I mean, but it's funny, we're technology smart, but we're not faith smart.
No.
Some of these kids, I mean, even myself, I watch it. Boy, they could run any computer, they could run any app, they can discover anything out there. You could walk up and they'll look at you like you're silly because you can't do that, but you could say, so what do you want in life? Who are you? What's happening? How's the world treating you? And they'll go on and look at the comments. Well, the world's treating me really good. I got one. I must be okay. And then I've been watching the suicide happening to all the YouTube, even during COVID. The number of suicides of YouTubers, and some of those ones now, the greatest adventure, they stand and put themselves in horrible places to get liked or to get attention. We had, my last Rock the Church, we had a group. I mean, I took the bait. I went, well, somebody said, you need to bring in some social influencers to get some energy out there. And we needed so much help. They didn't lift a finger, but boy, once the music came on, they did their job and then they left. And we're like, you said this was a ministry, So what your song is that's a ministry and an outreach. I could hear your heart while you were singing it. So thank you. Thank you for that. All right. I have to ask you, you had put in the comments about my question. Are you playing with Dave Pettigrew next, or was that one of your favorite opportunities to play was with Dave Pettigrew?
Oh no, I have an upcoming show next weekend with Dave Pettigrew.
Oh, all right.
So that will be live streamed as well on Cafe at the Mill. But yes, I am opening up for Dave. Dave and I are doing a show together next Friday. So
fantastic.
I'm looking forward to that.
That'll be at the Mill, and what time? That'll be Eastern Standard Time, since I'm in Seattle. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. It will be streamed, so Great, I can jump on and watch that. It'll be next Saturday, you said?
Yes.
Okay,
No, next Friday.
next
Next
Friday.
Friday night.
Next Friday.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Next Friday be right before. Hey, we can do that before Reds. I love it.
Yep.
Okay. Well, with that being said, you had shared about instrument of choice. A little bit about all the instruments you kind of have. Do you play more than guitar and sing?
Do I haven't counted in a while. I play a lot of instruments. I grew up playing violin for
Okay.
about 12 years, and I slowly just started stacking from there. I started taking piano lessons and then guitar lessons and then drum lessons, and then I acquired many instruments. Both my parents were professional musicians, and so my mom was a music teacher, my dad played in a band, and so we just had instruments laying around all the time,
Mhm.
and I would just pick them up and learn how to play them. So I think the last time I counted it was close to 13 or 14. I did just get a melodica and a saxophone that I've been teaching myself how to play. So
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, my band teacher always seemed to be the guinea pig. He's like, I walked up. So first I started on, I had piano. I was told I couldn't do choir because my dad being a musician and a teacher, well, only stupid kids sing. You have to do band and piano. I'm like, but that's not true. So, but I grew up with this stigma of, well, I can't do
I
choir,
do
I don't
both.
sing. Yeah, you do both, and I'm like, that is so not true. The coolest people were in choir. But I did the
Yep.
band, the marching band, the wind ensemble. I mean, if the doors were open and unlocked, I had an instrument in my hand. Like alto sax, tenor sax, bari sax, jazz band, wind, all of them. I was in every band. If there's a band, I was in it. But
Yep.
I remember, like what you're saying, they walked in at Christmas break and he goes, "We need a bassoon player." And he walks in, take it home over the weekend. And next thing I knew, I was playing bassoon. I love the bassoon. It was so much fun. But if you ever get
Yeah.
a chance to learn that one is a lot of fun. But thank you for being a person who loves all the instruments because there's a little character to each of them. And I think
Yes.
it grows your personality to understand how to have a relationship with each of those instruments, probably makes you really good at your relationships with people.
It
Um,
does. Yeah.
yeah, I watch I've watched the bowling things and all the little fun interactions you've had, and I can see why Joe would jump halfway across the country just to go hang out with that group out there because you guys always look like you're having so much fun.
We
Um,
are. Like I said, we all just our common like our middle ground is music and Jesus, but we come from all sides. Like we're coming from everywhere.
well, fabulous. Well, any last thing that's important to you that really, as this video goes out and you start sharing it, that's on your heart right now, that as you're going into your last song, I just, for some reason, I feel like there's something that you have to say, whether it's the song or whether it's something that's recent in your life, that please share it with us. And Cat Stewart, everyone.
Thank you. Well, thank you. It's been awesome to talk with you, Kathy, as well. And I think just what you were hitting on, especially after that last song, it means a lot to me. That people take that away. I'm not raising my hand. Zoom is telling me that I'm raising my hand. But just that, we take a lot for granted, and sometimes we put so much into ourselves and what we think that we have to be. And I didn't plan this to lead well into my last song for tonight, but really sometimes it's about just letting go. I know I'm someone who constantly likes to be, on top of things and in control of things and just micromanaging everything. And sometimes it's okay to just sit back and let God, let go and let God is a very common thing that's thrown around. But I think that when we do it intentionally and there's something definitive about it, it brings me personally just a lot of peace in that. And so this last song that I want to share is called His Turn to Fight. And I mean, it says it in the name, but it's about just laying down my weapons, laying down my control, and just like releasing my grip on things that I'm struggling with. I wrote this song coming off of an amazing weekend that I had had with my friends, going to concerts and just worshiping for an entire weekend. And I came back and I felt just so down on myself and hard on myself that I kind of just threw up my hands and I was like, God, take this from me, take these feelings, take this inadequacy. I don't want it. I don't want this to be about me in my music. I want this to be glorifying you to the best that I can. It's not about other people. It's not about what I think of myself and how hard it can be on myself. You know, again, growing up doing music and being very critical of myself, I just had to let go and let God and do it intentionally because I didn't want to. And so this last song is really about laying down my weapons in battle and just letting the Lord take it over. And I think that's something that I want to leave you all with tonight. You see me fighting these battles, and you say I'm just too weak. I can't convince you to lend me a hand when it's violent to see. I see my soul crushed again and again, and my confidence is withering away. So I retreat to the quietest place in my mind to find peace. In the waves of my mind, the trees rooted deep in my soul. I hope my God is watching me. So how do I give him control? Yeah, I break down. Oh, I fall to my knees and I cry. 'Cause everything seems much bigger when I'm giving up my will to fight. Yeah, I break down, I break down. That's when I lift my eyes to see him. 'Cause no matter what people say, no matter where my thoughts lead, and I just can't seem to let go, my God will pick me up off the floor, put the sword back in my hand, tell me it's okay to cry, 'cause it's his turn to fight. You come to seek and destroy me and my life before I have a chance. And there's no reason I can give myself, and your words feel true at a glance. You take away my time with family. I watch my friends move away and move on. I'm left to wonder why I'm stuck here with thoughts that I'm never enough. And I feel so alone. I see the odds stacked against me, and I can't help but hope my God is watching me. So I'll submit to his power in my life. Yeah, I break down. Oh, I fall to my knees and I cry. 'Cause everything seems much bigger when I'm giving up my will to fight. Oh, yeah, I break down, I break down. That's when I lift my eyes to see him. 'Cause no matter what people say, no matter where my thoughts lead, when I just can't seem to let go, my God will pick me up off the floor, put the sword back in my hand, tell me it's okay to cry, 'cause it's his turn to fight. Well, there's a million thoughts that are cutting round in my head, and I tell myself I'm not good enough. It's high time for me to give in. Oh, but there's a truth that stands against all of these lies. And when I psych myself out, my God is there to step in and provide. everything seems much bigger when I'm giving up my will to fight. And I break down. That's when I lift my eyes to see him. 'Cause no matter what people say, no matter where my thoughts lead, when I just can't seem to let go, my God will pick me up off the floor, put the sword back in my hand, tell me it's okay to cry, 'cause it's his turn to fight.
Woohoo! Kat, way to go. Very nice. I am excited to know that our next generation is here tonight. You guys are in the house, and this music is important. I was kind of taking um, a gander at a conversation I'm going to have with our next artist who's up, Miss Jen. I can't wait to chat. Right now, Kat, I am so thrilled to hear that you took and made lemons out of life's lemonade, and you've taken this glory of God and you are now going to walk into this new skin, the new wine skins. You're kind of in this new skin of who Kat is. And I really think I agree with you that that time really made us all, even the challenging conversations is making us all do a heart check on what motivates us, how we're going to treat each other. I find myself in this constant battle in my community out here in Seattle with a group of pastors who want to use words like cowards and dead church and all that. Man, I don't see cowards and I don't see a dead church anywhere. I see a lot of excuses for why not to be the church. But I think that this is really taking care of, we're starting to know what happens when you live in gray. It's a song I've been wanting to write is, really what happened, maybe it's a book, I don't know, but what happens to the soul when you find yourself in this gray space, like Ro was talking about, a little, you find yourself drawn into this place where you never expected to go. I mean, even with faith, the song you just finished was like very much about that. What do you do when you find yourself in that space? You gotta do something.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for the music you're bringing to the table. It'd be my honor to help share whatever you've got going on, Kat, and I hope to get to talk to you more. I feel like I
Thank
know
you.
you vicariously through mutual people. But when I saw your name, I was like, I get to actually talk to her tonight. And get to
You're
meet
so
you.
sweet. Thank you.
Uh, I love what's going on, and my whole heart is behind what Red is doing and behind what Joe is doing, and even a few other people I love very much that I don't get a chance to spend the time with. I was expecting to. I love those people so much, and I miss them desperately. And I'll just leave it there. But thank you for being such a mutual friend and a bridge between all these people in your community. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And but thank you. You've been able to maintain that, and that says great things about that. And I believe God will glorify that and bring great honor to what you're doing. May your venue be full, not because
Thank you.
David is there, but also because God is there and you are there.
Amen. Thank you.
With that, yeah. So keep in touch. Once again, we got Kat with us tonight. Thank you so much, Kat. We're gonna let her go and maybe find some more traffic, right?
Yeah, hopefully
Uh,
not.
any last thing that you want to say that's really on your heart before I pass you on and we move on to Jen?
Um, just thank you guys. Thank you for having me on here. It's always a privilege to be able to come on here and join and meet new people and listen to some amazing artists with hearts on fire for worship and for the Lord. And if anyone needs prayer, my messages are always open. I say that all the time, even at shows, shoot me a message. I love talking to people. I love talking with people and praying with people. Feel free to anytime, all the time. It's really me on my social medias, Kat Stewart Music, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of those things. So feel free, please. I love fellowship. I love talking to people. And I'll be praying for all of you, my good friends here. So thank you.
Well, fabulous. We definitely would love you to be a friend of Rock the Church, and you're always welcome with whatever I do. So please know you have a friend in Seattle if you ever want to get out here, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Well,